I meant to bring my suitcase on, and fucking hell, right? I've had like 6 weeks to prepare for this now. My glorious assistant. Because George is so small, that just looked like a regular suitcase. Right, we're going to just have some fun at the end of the night. Are we all up for that? Yeah! All right, let's do it. By the way, what's your name?
Bill.
Bill, my least favourite thing to get in the post. I can do that with every name. Oh God, they're from Norway, aren't they? Right? Back over here. Not risking it. What is your name?
June.
June, my favourite month. Bang, done. Was it Jude? My most dyslexic way of describing a month. Well done, you, right? Right, here we go. Wrong pocket. Bang. Oh, God. Here we go. Right. There we go, right. All right. We're going to do some magic tricks to start off with. Is that all right? Yeah! All right, here we go. Bill, right, this is a very famous trick, right? It's called the Chinese rings. Can you see if you can find a gap in those rings for me, please?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, right, well, that's the end of the Chinese rings. Bit of fun, innit? Bit of fun. All right then. I'll tell you what, right? Actually, we'll have another go, right? So you reckon you can find the gap, yeah?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, never go. Thought I'd have another go. Never mind. Can you actually get the rings apart, though?
Oh no, it's not for me.
Neither can I. Right. Would we all agree it would be very impressive if I was to shrink a car before your very eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, it was impressive and you should have been there, right? Never mind. Never mind. Bit of fun. I can do all sorts of stuff, right? I can do like fortune telling and mind reading. Like, watch this, right? What's your name?
Kyle.
Already knew that, right? Boom, moving on. Now, I'll tell you what, right? I do actually have a fortune teller deck, right? Can you think of a question that you want answering?
Yeah.
Right. Imagine if you did that with Mystic Meg. Yeah, I do, yeah. You can prove yourself. Right, all right, okay. So, what's the question you want answering?
Why am I here doing this?
Why are you? I ask myself that same question every day, right? To be fair, it sounded like you're channeling my grandmother, to be fair. Right, here we go, right, we'll do it, right? Why are you here? Doing this. I.e. having this interaction. Right, what a neuro-spicy answer that was. There we go. We've got autism. That's what they're answering. All right, here we go. Right, let's. Right, here we go. Right, here it is. Right. So we're gonna answer your question. Okay. So tell me when to stop. Don't worry. Right, we'll get it this time. Okay, right, so you know what you're doing, yeah? Okay, so tell me when to stop.
Stop.
What? Right, no, we'll do it again.
Stop.
No, I didn't even start that time! I didn't start! We'll come back to you. You're ruining it. You're ruining the fucking show. Right, we'll do some jokes next. We'll do some jokes, right? Been long enough, hasn't it? Right, we're moving on from you. What's your name? Bradley. All right, Bradley. Could you just get me a... Right, I've won loads of awards, right? Not to brag, right? But what's the joke say?
My friend just inherited a very successful napkin factory. It was handed to her on a plate.
That was rubbish. Give it here. Right, don't worry, I'll show you how it's done. Right? Show you how it's done. won awards me. Right. My friend just inherited a very successful napkin factory. It was handed to her on a plate. Right, that's your fault that happened. And I don't want anyone to think that that's on me. Right? But don't worry, we'll do it again. We'll do it again, it's fine. Because this is a good joke. This is a good joke. Look, I bought this from M&S. I genuinely bought this from M&S, right? Not just any fucking shit joke, it's an M&S shit joke, right? Right? So don't worry, we'll do it again. We'll do Mark and Spencer Prize, right? My friend just inherited a very successful napkin factory. No! Why are you laughing at that bit? It's not how jokes work. Some of you know, right, I run comedy workshops. That was one of the workshoppers laughing at the wrong bit. And you know it's true because they're the only one laughing because I'm having a go at them at the back. So we'll do it again. That's another one of the workshoppers laughing at the wrong bit. And now another one! And you again. My friend just inherited. Why are you laughing over there, right? I know I don't do no workshops for you, but now you're ruining it. Look, I'm aware I bring a lot of supply teacher vibes to this role, right? But it is your own time you are fucking wasting, right? Right. My friend just inherited a very successful napkin factory. Oh, is that the case? That's your bit.
Oh, really?
All together or not at all, right? Thank you for getting the ball rolling now. Appreciate it. So we'll do it again. My friend just inherited a very successful napkin factory. You were off! They were fine and then you ruined it! You know what, right, we're moving on. But Bradley, that started with you. How long have I done? Too long, really. Right. Tell you what, right? Do we all like AI?
Yeah.
Yeah? Some people afraid of AI?
Yeah.
Oh, who's afraid of AI? Oh, what are you afraid of? It doing stuff. It doing fucking hell. You are going to really struggle if you ever work in recruitment. Everyone who walks through the door, look, I'm deadly afraid of anyone doing stuff. I'm deadly afraid of it. Machine or man. There's someone just there, just fucking moving a stapler. Ah! But no, I think you're right. It's a scary thing, right? But I quite like it, right? And I tell you what I like about it, right? I love just like how annoyed people get, right? When you use AI online, right? Because I sometimes put AI stuff online and I will be like, this is AI, just to get people like having a go at me in the comments, right? Right? I swear to God, right? Right? Someone trolled me, right? Someone trolled me when I put out an image online, right? And they said, if you like AI art, you don't respect art, you don't understand art, and what's more, I'll go one further, remove yourself from the gene pool, you fucking piece of shit. Which I thought was a bit harsh. Especially for, it was just a picture of me dressed as a Labubu, right? Right, and the thing is, right, I don't know everything about art, but I'll tell you what I do know about, being petty. So I wrote this bit about that person, right? Right, so this is it, right? Because the thing is, it is very scary. It's very scary, right? But that has always been the case whenever there's technological improvement. Like your ancestors, the moment that someone invented fire, they were like, ah, I can't believe you're doing something, right? Are you all right near that light, by the way? Right, so, but yeah, like, it's always been the case, right? And it's particularly the case with art, right? And if you, like, does anyone know what the most famous AI image is? Right? It's an NFT of a monkey, right? You might have seen it, right? It's true, this, right? NFT of a monkey that sold for $10 million, right? That is a fact, right? But people were going at the time, they were like, if you want a picture of a monkey, you need to go out and learn Photoshop and Photoshop an image of a monkey, right? Because if you don't do that, you don't understand photographs, you don't respect photographs, and what's more, I'll go one further, you should remove yourself from the gene pool, you fucking piece of shit, right? But if you go back in time, yeah, you can't win, can you, right? But if you go back in time, right, even further, right, so this is a fact, right? The term photorealistic predates the camera, right? That's a fact, right? Because photo comes from the Greek term for what the eye sees, and realistic means like realistic, right? Look, I know we've all been downstairs in this basement for like a couple of hours, but I trust that you've not forgotten what the word real means. Right, but that's true, right? So when the camera came out, and there was a similar pushback against like photorealistic painting, people were going, if you want a photograph of that monkey doing fucking whatever a monkey does, I don't know, like eating a banana and having a wank, right? If you want a picture of that, you need to go to Vienna and learn painting for 7 years. And then go to the zoo and then wait for a monkey to open up a banana and stick its finger up its arse and then paint it. Otherwise you don't understand paint, you don't respect paint, and what's more, I'll go one further, you should remove yourself from the gene pool, you fucking piece of shit. And then if you go even further back, people were going, what the fuck do you think you're doing writing a sonnet about a fucking monkey, right, using that printing press? You piece of shit. What the fuck do you think you're doing? If you want a poem about a monkey fingering its G-spot to completion, you need to join the clergy for 30 years, learn the English language, learn grammar, find a bird, pluck it for a feather, turn it to a quill, raise a goat, skin the goat, put its skin across a frame, dry it, and then write one about a monkey bashing one out. You don't understand poems, you don't respect poems, and what's more, I'll go one further, remove yourself from the gene pool, you fucking piece of shit. And then if you go even further back, right, there was some caveman going, what the fuck do you think you're doing using pigment on that cave wall, right? If you want a picture on that cave wall that's got colour, you need to go into the jungle, find a monkey, raise it, get it aroused, get it to start to wank, and then capture the moment using the blood, shit, piss and cum of your enemies. If you don't do that, you don't understand your primate ancestors. You don't respect your primate ancestors. And what's more, I'll go one further, remove yourself from the gene pool, you Neanderthal cunt. And to be fair, that's how I reckon they died out. Right? But like I say, I do like AI, right? So, Thank you. One person clapping, yeah. Jeff Bezos at the back. Elon Musk. Yeah. So what we're going to do now, right, is just as a little experiment, a little bit of fun before we close the show off, right? Because, like I say, I've won awards. I'm doing all right. I'm on tour. Been on the odd episode of Hollyoaks. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Right. I tell you this, right? Anyone in here like on online dating? Is that because it went well or badly? Because that didn't sound. Not anymore. That could go either way. Who was the one who was like, I sound dead? Was it you? What's your name, my friend?
Depends where you're from.
Depends on. I was going to say, is that your opening line on the apps? Right.
John.
John, nice to meet you, John. He said John as if I was like a sex worker. Yeah, my name's John. But no, is it because you? I'm not going to take piss out of it.
I've never been online dating. I was just trying to join in. I've got it.
No, it's fine. No. Give him a round of applause for getting involved. Right, who in here is John? Right, going back to the original question. Anyone in here on the online dating apps? Oh, the shit, aren't they? The fucking shit, aren't they? They are, right? Which one you want?
Hinge and Tinder.
Hinge and Tinder, yeah, they're pretty fucking bad, aren't they, right? I was on Hinge for a bit, right, and its tagline is, the app designed to be deleted, right, and I'm pretty sure that's because the app is shit.
It's better than Tinder.
What was your name, by the way?
Freya.
Freya was like, oh, it's better than Tinder, though. That's like going, you know what, this pile of 3-day-old cum is better than this 2-day one. All right. Because it's slightly drier. Right?
Yeah.
But no, right. I personally think, right, the reason why they are like so bad is, see if you agree with this. I think most people have lost the ability to have a conversation due to like the apps and stuff. Yeah. Would we all agree with that? Yeah.
Conversations are dry.
Yeah, it's fucking. The conversations are dry, and so am I. Right. Fucking dry. Right. So this is right, and I personally have only ever ghosted one person, right, and that was because they were so dry I couldn't bear to speak to them anymore, right? And this is what happened, right? So this was when I was, the reason why I brought it up, right, because this was when I was on Hollyoaks, right? So look at that, segue like a pro, right? So I was filming Hollyoaks, right, which I think is relatively exciting thing to have a chat about, right? And I am used to most nights chatting to people that I don't know, right? And genuinely, right, I appreciate the fact that you are all here and that you are all spending time with me, okay? This is genuinely true, right? Amy can back me up on this, right? Amy who was on the door, right? So before, we had some people who came to the show, right, and they were like, no, I'm just here for like my mate, which, you know, is in your right? And they were like, no, we're gonna go now. And I was like, no, and I was like, Amy, like, I would much rather play to a room of people who would rather be here than a bunch of people who are being forced to be here, right? So I appreciate the fact that every single one of you is in this room right now, right? I give the same show to 2 people as I do 200, which is good for me because it's very rarely more than 2, right? Right? But yeah, so anyway, right, so I'm used to chatting with people that I don't know, right, and I want to make everyone feel welcome, right, but people are so shit at chatting on the apps that I feel like when they chat to me, they think it's going really well, and I'm like, fucking hell, I'm bored shitless, right? Right? 2 people who've had that experience right at the back. Right, so so I was like, yeah, I'm currently filming on Hollyoaks, right? Which I'm not saying that that's going to win a BAFTA anytime soon, let alone my scene where I went, yeah, you're all right, right? But I think that that's more interesting than what they were really into, which was that they were binge watching Prison Break, right? Which I've never seen, right? But I'm pretty sure I know what happens. Oh, honestly, it's so bad, right? So this is so true, right? So on the first day that I'm filming, right, they're also starting the first series of Prison Break, right? So I was like, oh, what are you up to? And they were like, oh, I'm watching Prison Break. And I was like, oh, what are you up to? And I was like, I'm filming with whoever, right? I don't know them, right? And, well, that's why I didn't get rebooked, but never mind. Right? But I'd get like silence back. I'd get nothing back, right? And I'd be like, well, what do I do to this other than go, yeah, all right then. Well, what do you say to that? You know, I'm watching a film, other than, I hope they get out. Right? So they're binge watching that, right? And I'm doing my filming, right? And then the next day I'm back on set, and they've started series 2, right? And I was like, oh, did it go badly? And they went, no, they're out now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a different show. I don't think that it's Prison Broke at that point, right? And again, what do you say to that other than, I hope that they spend their entire life on the run under assumed identities and die, right? But anyway, so we do this next day, right? And then it comes to the fucking season 2 finale, right? And I was like, well, what's possibly happened? Like, what can it possibly go from here? And I swear to God, she went, oh, they're breaking back in now. I was like, I can't bear this for another day, right? So anyway, right? So, like I say, I want us all to feel like we're all getting on, and we're all feeling welcome and all that kind of stuff, right? Now, I have done a lot of comedy in my time, right? And I'm very quick off the mark. You saw how I corrected your name being wrong. You saw how I shook John's hand at the back. I'm well on it, right? Right. Now, what I am going to put to you as a little experiment is, I reckon we can create the perfect comedy set tonight. Are we up for that?
Yeah.
Right. So, what we need to do is come up with a couple of ideas of topics that you want to hear me talk about, right? And I've got Mike, who we all saw before. Didn't he do fucking amazing before? Right. He has currently got ChatGPT up. Can we get it up on the screen? Watch this, it's just going to be all sandwiches. There's going to be sandwich after sandwich after sandwich. Right. What we're going to put into ChatGPT your suggestions, and I'm going to do them, right, live, and create the perfect comedy set to close this night on. Does that sound fucking cool? I said, does that sound fucking cool? Right, so here we go, right? Yeah, there we go, right? Generate me a PowerPoint I can download. Just be thinking here, like, what topics do you want, right? Titled, The Best Comedy Show in the World, which it fucking will be, right? Use the audience suggestions below and structure them into a PowerPoint that will last for 10 minutes. That was, I'm glad that we're all in on that, right? No, you've said 10 minutes. If you die on your ass for 10 minutes, right, that's on you. Right? Also add in your meta commentary, so i.e. what ChatGPT wants us to add, and reorder the suggestions as you see fit. Here are the audience suggestions for the topic. Coachella, right, there we go. Right, tell you what, right, what topics do we want to see covered tonight? What topics do we want to see? Inheriting a napkin factory, right? There we go, we'll stick that in. What else have we got?
There's 64 million men who went to visit the rape website.
That sounds very heavy for a comedy show. You may notice that has not been touched upon this evening. Perhaps because it's a little bit dark. I mean, maybe we can put that to the band later. So we've got napkin factories. We've got. Tell you what, we'll go with websites. Yeah, we'll go with websites. See what it comes up with. What else we got? Oh, go on. Animals that do amazing things. You're looking at one, baby. Animals that do amazing things. Tell you what, we'll take like 2 more. Go on. Yorkshire puddings, right? Boom. Let's look at this. Now, call me crazy, but I think if we'd have gone with all the sexual assault, that might have been a hard cut over to Yorkshire pudding. you got? Kit Kat. Oh, go on. Kit Kat heist. Oh, the Kit Kat heist. Yeah, whack that in. Yeah. Someone stole £12 million worth of Kit Kats. Right, boom. Let's stick it in. Whilst we're waiting for that, let's let's just do a little fun thing, right? Okay, right. Tell you what. Whilst we're waiting for that, right, we're gonna do I do some kind of I do all sorts of shows. This is my latest show. Me and ChatGPT making like the best show ever, right? With your help. But whilst we're waiting for that, I'm going to do a little bit of my old show, if that's all right. Is that all right? Yeah. Right. So this was called Tell you what, we'll come back to that. Okie doke. Right. Here we go. Right. This is going to be a completely original show. Name me an original show. This is the no show. Right, if this works, I am a genius. If not, blame you. I'm glad that this is already on my wavelength, right? Right, what we got next? Okay, so these are the biggest questions according to you and ChatGPT. Napkin factories, Kit Kat heists and Yorkshire puddings. Also potentially websites, but again it's... it's completely normal themes. All right, okay, give me a cheer if... Oh, I tell you what, I do actually have a napkin magic trick. Shall we start off with that? Yeah, let's start off with that, right? Now, bear in mind, because I'm from Salford and we don't have very many napkins, this is actually going to be a blue roll trick, right? Right, here we go. The napkin trick. Watch this. Prepare to be amazed. Here we go. Prepare to be amazed. What was that? Boom. Right, we're starting off strong, right? I tell you what, right? I don't really like Kit Kats being kept in the fridge. I don't know about you guys. It's too hard, right? And I'm from Salford, where our teeth are notoriously shit, right? I mean, it's one of those things where genuinely, I mean, I know you guys are from Blackpool. I don't know. How did I know that? I've had eyes and ears for the last 2 hours. That's how I knew that you guys were from Blackpool, right? Thank you. Now, so like I say, I'm from Salford, and I don't know if you know, but Salford is a bit of a shithole, right? It's like I could genuinely run for mayor based on the fact that I own a pair of shoes. Fucking hanging it is, right? I genuinely went to the worst school in the UK, right? That's a fact, right? Had a 20% pass rate, which means that 3 out of 4 kids can't do maths. Look at that! Look at that, you got jokes and everything. I like that, that really tickled you, that, didn't it? But yeah, it is, but like most of the people who I ever kind of like meet, they're all fucking like grim and haggard. And it's like, and that's not saying anything about me, right? I genuinely went for my haircut today, and I was like, what will this look like with all the hair off, right? I was a bit worried, right? Most of the people I went to school with, like, give me a cheer if you're here tonight to support one of the acts. Give me a cheer if you're one of my like school friends. Exactly, because they're not allowed out this late due to the tag. Right. But yeah, it's like, so as a result, I'm a bit kind of conscious about my teeth, right? Right, here we go, Yorkshire puddings. Right, this is on you guys. Yorkshire puddings. Biting satire on Yorkshire pudding. Does anyone know that 64 million people went onto a website recently, right? Who cannot make their Yorkshire puddings rise in an oven? Right, let's move on. Look at that, we've covered everything. Right, okay, right, so the internet. So, do we like the internet? Yeah, do we like the internet, yeah? Is that the internet in whole or like one specific website? It should be both. Should be both. Right. What's your name, my friend?
Dominic.
Dominic. Nice to meet you, Dominic. Dominic, what do you do?
Lifeguard.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad now for ripping the guys from Blackpool, but I obviously wasn't listening to everything. And is that the reason why you don't like the internet? Because you just can't get fucking signal by the beach? Like, what's going on?
I took my job at least.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't imagine that, can you? Oh, this person's drowning. I'll just ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT says that you should be breathing air right now. Right, next slide. Next slide. Animals that do it. This is what AI thinks is the most amazing thing. A dog on a skateboard. Why are you all like, yeah, that's amazing? No, it's not though, isn't it? It's so small. It's so small, it won't fall off. Octopuses escaping tanks. No. Oh, we're divided on that. No, dogs can do what they want, but octopuses can get fucked. No, fuck the octopus. And cats committing crimes. Right, I wasn't aware that cats were aware of the law system in order for them to commit a crime. Maybe that's how that cat from Claudia's set died. Jaywalking. He's just in prison now. You can't get back to Claudia because it's not allowed its phone. Right, next one. Right, Yorkshire pudding. Not a dessert. Who thought it was a dessert? Yeah, this. In America, they think it's a dessert. Is that just because we all think that they're thick? Yeah. That's something I imagine that they would do. Sometimes, was I right in thinking we've got an American in? Have you ever eaten a Yorkshire pudding?
Not until I got here. They don't exist.
Did you eat it at the end of the meal?
No.
Well, there you go, right? I mean, I genuinely, so I do these, like, I do shows like all over the place, right? And I'm always like really happy when there is an American in the crowd. Because it's really nice to meet one who's got a passport, so well done, you. Not a Maine. Who's sitting down and going, oh, I'm brilliant. Just a Yorkshire pudding on a plate. Right, I know her. So I know she's scum. So don't be whooping that. What are you having for tea tonight? One Yorkshire pudding. One Yorkshire pudding. Are you having anything with it? No, that's the main. That's the fucking main. And a cultural identity. Do we have any Yorkshiremen in? Would you mind doing that? Yeah, I can see why. Next slide, right? Boom. Go on, what we got next? Napkin factories. This is on you. I don't feel bad about the Yorkshire pudding comment no more. Who makes napkins? Valid question. Maybe it says on here. The mystery continues, right? Why so many? As if like you know what, right? If everyone in this room was less of a slob, we'd need half the napkins that we've got. When the apocalypse happens and everyone's fucking cramming in the toilet roll again, you could just use napkins, you greedy cunt, right? Are they planning something? What, the napkins themselves? Right. Just you switch on the lights in the napkin factory at midnight and then they all just stood around in a circle going, right, we ride at dawn. Those plastic forks can get to fuck. Right, what we got next? Right, the Kit Kat heist. Okay, right. This is on you! This is on you! You know what, right? That could have been nice and lovely, but you all made it disgusting. You all turned it into a thing about fisting, and you know that you did that. You know you did that. that.
Yeah, not yet.
Well, yeah, not yet. It's the middle of the fucking show. No comedy show's ever gone, right, and now the fisting bit happens 10 minutes before the end. Okay, I'm the one who snapped early because I met all you cunts, right? Right, what we got next? What we got next? Right, everything connects. The napkins clean the crumbs, the Kit Kat creates the crumbs, websites sell the Kit Kat. Not that type of website, was it? And the animals steal it. This is the smart bit, so critics feel safe. I tell you what, right? I do sometimes get I get reviewed. I was in the Guardian the other day, right? Genuinely true, right? I was in the Guardian the other day, and I tell you what, right? We'll close up the show with like my final little thing. We'll actually go back to the Jack in the Box, right? So what it was, right? So this is a new show all about like AI and comedy and all that kind of stuff, right? And I hope that you've enjoyed it, right? I feel like you did, and you know you are as much a part of that as I am, right? So thank you for that, right? But a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, what are the crossovers between like comedy and horror, right? So I created a show called the Stand Up Horror show, right? And I got a review that said I wasn't very scary, right? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? I know, look at me, I'm peak masculinity. Just been talking about that. I was the first one to jump on the fisting bit before, right? Right? But in order to combat my like critics and answer my critics, I wrote this bit as like the scary bit, right? So I'm going to finish the show on the scary bit, and then I'll hand back over to Ross. Bear in mind this is meant to be scary, not funny, right? So no laughing. Coughing counts, right? It needs to be a silent dread. Is that the right way? Bradley, you've already ruined 3 sections of this show. Do not make it a 4th, like the Kit Kats, right? Right, there we go. Okay. You're on the front row. You're on the front row, and you're ruining the show. I told Bradley off.
I'm trying to build suspense.
Yeah, what you're building and what you're doing are 2 different things. Now you've started. Swear to God. You know what? If half of Connor's mates hadn't fucked off, I'd be very reluctant to keep you in the room right now. Remember, this is meant to be. You don't look scared enough.
Sure they don't.
No, I appreciate it. This is what we need. We need more policemen on the front row, right? Right. There we go. Who makes them? Right. Call back. Right. Did we have like someone with bad sinuses in on the 3rd row? It sounded like you were hacking up a greenie. Now you've started. You're right by the camera and you're ruining the shot. If this was a Netflix special, at this point in time, people would be like, what's going on there? Is somebody having a violent convulsion? Someone had better switch off the camera to check they're not foaming at the mouth, like a dog with rabies. They even sound like a dog with rabies. Are you done? Are you done? Come over here with your passport and your knowledge about Yorkshire puddings, and then you ruin the end of my show. Freya, do you have a passport?
I do.
You come over here with your passport. Do you have opinions on Yorkshire puddings?
They're great.
And your opinions on Yorkshire pudding? So I think we can all agree I'm very scary. Right, I just wanted to kind of close up. Genuinely, thank you for coming down. You guys have been a really lovely audience all night, and you've been like really up for it. You guys have been ace. So as some of you know, this came about because genuinely I wanted to put on like a comedy night in Manchester that helped platform the students that are doing like the workshops with me, because so just out of interest, out of the people in the crowd who does comedy on the kind of comedy circuit, yeah, does a bit of comedy, does a bit, right? Charlotte, back me up on this, right? The comedy industry is one, really difficult for people who are learning. Two, and it's full of people that are going to kind of not necessarily kind of take advantage of you, but like the fact that you're new, they'll try and get you to do stuff for usually very little money and for like really shit audiences. And this night started up because in January of this year, another comedian put out this thing online, and it was I think new acts are getting worse because they're basically making their own spaces, and a genuine and it's like, no, you need to be doing those shit gigs that are basically taking advantage of other acts and basically have no crowds in and all this kind of stuff, and they are profiting off of new acts' labour, right? Because they're new and they're keen, right? And do you know what, right? The thing that disgusted me was there was over 250 likes on that page from like people who I would consider like my peers, and there was like 100 comments in it of people who were like agreeing with it, right? And I'm a person who is not only wants to be supportive of new acts, but I think you've got to be the change in the industry, right? So that's the reason why I put this on, right? And I mean, I put in like some of the kind of emails and stuff like that, right? Genuinely, so I've not taken like a cut of tonight's ticket money. All the ticket money goes to these guys, because I feel like these guys are the ones who put on this show. You've got to be the change if you want the industry to change, right? And for me, it's supporting really, one, really good acts, and two, really experimental acts that I think every single act has done something a little bit different tonight, and I'm really proud to give them a platform and also give them a little bit of time and money to be able to pay for that, because that's what everyone should be doing. And I think that if everyone did that, the industry would be in a lot better place. I'm going to hand back over to Ross. We're going to do another one of these. I've got like the people who booked emails, so once we get like a date for that, I'll send that across, because I'm sure that everyone who was here tonight would love to see you again. But please do give it up for all of the acts that you saw this evening. And genuinely, this night would not have happened had it not been for the really hard work of Ross, who does like so much work behind the scenes and like helps me out a lot. So please do give him an extra big round of applause as he comes back up.